Hello! Today in this video I want to tell you a little bit about the content of the masterclass that I will be hosting next week. So next week on Friday the 18th at 6 p.m. Germany time, I will be hosting a masterclass in order to help prepare people around the world for receiving the light codes that we are going to have available on December 21st. Okay, so my intention with this masterclass is going to be to help raise our collective consciousness so that we can be more receptive and more able to consciously integrate the information that we will be receiving and downloading on December 21st. And I'm doing it on purpose a few days before in order to I'm going to do it a couple of days before so that I can so that everyone has time in between in order to prepare during the weekend, so that we are all in sync and aligned and vibrating high on the December 21st. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the content. I personally believe that there is no topic more important today than the elevation of consciousness, raising our vibration, raising our consciousness, and creating a light grid around the world so that we can all individually help to raise the vibration of the whole planet. That's the whole purpose of this thing and of this kind of activities. And I'm going to be sharing practical tips and rituals that you can all do during those days prior to the 21st, so that you can, as I said before, integrate these energies and these light codes in the best, most optimal way. Okay, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about the connection between the year 2012. You remember when they were everything was all about the Mayan calendar and how the world was going to end, and so I'm going to be explaining a little bit the connection between the year of 2012, this year 2020, which has been which has helped to accelerate the collective spiritual growth around the world, and also 2032. So these are important years in this process of collective awakening. So I'm going to be explaining a little bit of that. I'm going to talk about how this is going to help everyone to activate dormant DNA. You know that we have a lot of dormant and psychic abilities that we have not developed to the fullest. So this is going to be developing also during this time. I will also talk a little bit about starseeds, you know, how this process is going to help people, for example, to remember, to recall memories from their soul, from different lives, from their galactic stellar origins. And then I am also going to be talking about how the veil that we have on our third eye that keeps us from seeing things more clearly and with more clarity is going to be falling. So again, people will be remembering things and will be changing their perspectives and seeing things from a higher, more elevated perspective, and just recovering memories from their soul, and also remembering what their life purpose is going to be. So I see a request. Maybe at the end we can have a I'm getting a request for a live, so maybe at the end for questions we can do that. I'm going to cover first a little bit more of the information that I will be covering on the masterclass next week on Friday. Okay, so after we have covered all of that during this masterclass, then we are going to I'm going to talk to you about different practical tips and rituals that you can do, specific things, because I believe that, you know, information alone is not everything. It's, you know, everyone is always saying how information is power and knowledge is power, but I believe that integration of the information is what's actually powerful, because, you know, it doesn't help us to know a lot of things if we are not really incorporating them and integrating them into our lives on a daily basis. And so that's the purpose of this event that I'm hosting as well, so that we can have practical tips that we can apply in our daily lives and things that we easily can do. Let's say I want to help you understand what's the human part that we can do in order to navigate this process with more grace and with more ease and flow, because we will be exposed by this to this super flash. It's going to be like a cosmic flash, so everyone will be exposed to these light codes anyway. But the more consciously we connect with these energies, then the better for us at an individual level, and then of course at a collective and global level, which is what's so important right now. In the world we live today, people, it's very easy for people to go into fear, and we need to practice choosing love over fear more regularly. And I will also talk a little bit about the transition between the third dimension to the fifth dimension, which I have talked a lot about before, but this is all, everything is connected. So this is going to be again next week on Friday at 6 p.m. Germany time. It will be via Zoom. There will be a recording available after the masterclass for those who cannot join live, because there will be people from different countries with different time zones, and so the easiest thing is that everyone can have the replay available afterwards. Okay, so if you know of anyone who may benefit from this information, I would be grateful if you can share it and let people know, because the more the better. Again, the intention with this is that we can all connect a grid of light around the world. I think again that there is nothing more important right now in the world that the elevation of consciousness, raising our vibration, and this process of spiritual growth and ascension that we are all, or that humanity is going through as a whole. So I hope that you can join me. If you're interested in joining this masterclass, do leave me a comment below or send me a direct message so that I can let you know more information and get you on the list. And yeah, I think this is going to be very interesting, this is a very interesting and fascinating time that we're living right now. Even though it may seem chaotic, there is always a more elevated perspective to everything. And now more than ever, we need to connect and we need to be one around the world, and we need to do this light work from wherever we are. Okay, so maybe I see you next week on the masterclass. I hope that you can join me, and I'm sending you lots of love, and have a lovely weekend. Take care. Ciao.